What is democracy exactly? What is it? How you perception of democracy? What is it that you have accepted as a democratic society? What the hell is democracy is my question. Well, I have analyzed this question for quite a while. As a matter of fact, for like 40 years, over 40 years, and I understood that democracy does not exist. It's just a condition reflex. It's what you accept. And let me give you an example of this so-called democracy around the world and democracy around the United States of America and democracy in ancient Greece. They are completely different. The same sound in the language, but actually it is a different democracy, a different meaning of the verb democracy. I'm going to give you an example. Democracy in the ancient world, everybody gets a little stone and put them in the bucket. And if you don't like somebody, you put a black stone or something like that. Okay, so that means that everyone participated. Every single one of the citizens participated. So let's bring ourselves 4,000 years later to the United States of America and to, let's say, Cuba. They call themselves democracy. They call themselves, both of them, a democracy. We are democratic. So let's analyze. Gerrymandering. Gerrymandering. They make this selection of people. The people, they have no time to go vote because they are working. So basically, we have 360 or so million people in the United States of America, and like 8 million in the island of Cuba. And in the United States of America, only about maybe 18% of the population vote. And out of those 18%, they really people who make the difference are the oligarchs. They control the political private clubs. No different than in Cuba. the only party in town control the vote. So yes, everybody gets on the street and everybody put little signs and everybody gets on YouTube and say, I want you to vote for this and I want you to vote for the other. But they themselves don't mean nothing. It's a mirage that democracy exists. What they're doing is allowing you to believe that you are being counted. The reality, unless you got $1 billion in your pocket to pay for, how can I say, commercials and pay for time and pay for the political party that you belong to and pay the oligarchs and pay everybody to get into power, you are a zero. So that is what democracy is. Democracy is economical power. If you have economical power, you count. And if you do not, you just go to the ballot vote to follow what someone have conditioned you to believe. And that is the reality of it. There is no such a thing as democracy anywhere in the planet today. Democracy is just an acceptance that we mean something by going to a ballot or a booth or a machine to be counted. The reality is that count that you think you are processing is a condition reflex that somebody convince you to believe. So it is not real. It is a delusion. It is a delusion. If you believe that your vote count, you are delusional. And you can prove me erroneous if you want. Now, how can we fix it is my question. And I have many ideas on this, and I think we have to put it in place. And that is to start recondition the population, not from a make-believe world, no, to try to keep them at bay and to keep them destabilized with crazy things like global warming and democracy on television and all these political debates and all these crazy things. I think we need to educate the population to what is real, what is reality. We need to tell the population, hey, we are right now on the planet, on a little piece of rock, going through space, going around about 25,000 miles an hour or something like that. And we are fragile. And I think that is the way to go. Education. Educate our population to each individual will govern themselves. Stop being zombies. Stop being just so conditioned that all they think about it is getting up in the morning and go to work and then going back home and watch television and suck up all that crazy crap that they are putting in their heads to make themselves feel good of themselves. But the reality is they are just a slave. That is the reality of it. So that is what democracy is. Democracy is a conditioned reflex. That is all it is. And if you accept it, if you drink that Kool-Aid, oh, I am part of a political party, and you are one of those 360 millions in the United States of America, and you are one of those 8 millions in the island of Cuba, or the United States, Mexicanos, or any place on this planet, even Europe. If you believe that you count, you are completely living in a delusional world. Saludos.